Hey, what is going on guys? It's Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have an incredible 2 vs 1 multiplayer siege battle in Total War Rome 2. So if you guys do enjoy the video, then please do drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel and return us post notifications. Also, for those of you who want to support me further, you can do so by becoming a YouTube channel member. That being said, let's get straight into it. So, as I said, we have an incredible 2 vs 1 multiplayer siege battle, and we are sieging the city of Alexandria. So we have 2 attackers and 1 defender. The defender is played by Captain Timmy, and he is commanding the Arverni. I hope I'm pronouncing that faction right. Over on this side, we have one of the attackers, Norsima, and he's commanding Cimmeria. And over on my side, we have myself, and I'm commanding the Seleucids. So in terms of rules for this battle, it was pretty simple. So it was large armies, therefore we allowed 4 pikes per player and 8 skirmishers per player. The defender was allowed to bring as many wall artillery as he could, and he could bring 1 RT like in his army. So 1 RT in his army plus as many wall RT that he could possibly bring. So you'll see he's got quite a few wall RT everywhere. For us, for the attackers, we only allowed 1 artillery in total between the 2 of us. So my ally Norsima, he was the one who brought the artillery for us. But yeah, that was the only rules. It was large armies, 4 pikes per player, 8 skirmishers, 1 RT in total for each team, not including wall artillery. And one other thing to remember is that we basically played on unlimited funds, so you're going to see everybody running the best of the best units, fully vetted up with gold chevrons. And yeah, let's hit play and see how this goes. So I'm going to tell you what my plan was here before we go over and have a look at my ally. But basically, as you can see, I've got 6 siege towers, and we have Silver Shield Swordsman, sorry guys, in these 3, and we have the Shield Bearers over here, as well as a unit of Shield Bearers pushing the ram up. And yeah, we're just trying to get these onto the wall. As you can see, we're going to have them land over there, have them land over here, and then from here we're going to just push in and apply some pressure. Or that's the plan anyway. Over on this side, where I have the majority of my forces, we have a bunch of tortoises, and it's being pushed mostly by, yeah, Silver Shield Swordsmen. And yeah, they're gonna come push up here and try and destroy this wall, and then we're gonna try pushing with all the remaining troops we have, which so we have a lot of silver shield swordsmen, as you can see. We also had 4 units, I think, or 6 units of shield bearers, 3 of which are on that side. Then we have some Syrian heavy archers. So we were allowed, yeah, wait, were we allowed 8 or were we only allowed 6? Because I only have 6 units of archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, there we go. There's my other 2 units on that side. Okay, it makes sense, yeah. So I have my Syrian archers, and then we have my silver shield pikes. We also have 4 units of Hellenic cataphracts. No, 2 units of Hellenic cataphracts, 2 units of Azat knights. We do also have 4 units of scythed chariots. We have some Indian armored elephants, some Indian war elephants, as well as some mercenary Syrian armored elephants. Then over on my ally side, Cimmeria, so as you can see, he's also pushing up a bunch of siege equipment. So he's got some towers, he's got a lot of ladders, and he's using his artillery to try and take down the Scorpion Tower. What units does he have? He's got Cimmerian Noble Infantry, yeah. Okay, so he has a lot of Cimmerian Noble Infantry. He's also got some Cimmerian Heavy Archers, more Noble Infantry, and yeah, he's got a lot of noble infantry. He's got the onager, and he's got some citizen cav. I think this is his general and other Cimmerian noble infantry units. But yeah, so let's just slow this down so we don't miss anything. So as you see, he's landing some siege towers here. He's also pushing up the ladders. He's getting his noble infantry onto the walls. Over on my side, so okay, so we've started moving finally. We're moving the tortoises forward, and we're going to try and get them over to the walls. As you can see, we have them pretty nicely spaced out to create a lot of breaches. And let's go back to normal speed and show you what's happening here. So we got to the walls with no issues, right? The unit that is trying to push up is getting destroyed. Like, just look at this trail of blood and bodies. It's crazy. The amount of men that are dying. So this unit started off with 120, and it's down to under 50 men already. Like these towers, these Rome 2 towers, goddamn. I did not know they were this deadly. And it never misses. Like, these Scorpion this unit's down to 1/3 of its original number. In Attila, towers, I swear, are not this strong. Unless I'm remembering wrong, but yeah. Over on this side, we got our men onto the walls with no issues. So, we got these Silver Shield Swordsmen. They're trying to capture this tower because I remember in the last video that Pixelated Apollo uploaded, he mentioned that in Rome 2, you can actually capture towers and take control of them. Which is something I didn't know, but you know, now that I do know that, I was like, okay, hold up, let me try and capture this. I mean, half the unit is dying while trying to do this, but yeah, we're trying to capture that tower. We had this unit of, what is this? Are these the swords? Yeah, Silver Shield Swordsmen. They killed the Celtic Bastion Ballista crew, and then we have another unit of swordsmen pushing down. Now, over on this side, yeah, so this was really bad. I'm gonna go slow-mo because we're probably missing out what's happening on the other side. So we try to kill the ballista crew here, and the men that came onto the wall came off. As you can see, look at them, they just got slaughtered. And that's because Tim has Oathsworn here. So Captain Timmy, the commander of the Arverni, he's got 4 units of Oathsworn warriors as well as some Gallic hunters. And the Oathsworn were throwing their spears or their jabbies. As you can see, look at this, they're still throwing them. Oh. Look at that. And yeah, on the wall, my units were super exposed. So the archers were just peppering them with fire. The swords were throwing their stuff. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of dead bodies. And the units pushing down are actually very, very weak in comparison now. Go back to normal speed. Yeah, look at the shield bearers. Just look at them. They're just getting absolutely peppered. And yeah, I was busy ordering my units on the other side, so I don't think I noticed what was happening. But yeah, and the shield bearer unit is actually breaking. But yeah, these swords have so much of ammo, like, goddamn.
Send them screaming to the afterlife.
So yeah, that's not great to see. And these guys are in shield wall, but yeah, that's just a slaughter. Over on this side, so we do have, yeah, okay, there we go. We have the tortoises hitting. Oh, and that unit just took so much of damage. Yeah, that unit just lost nearly 2/3 of their unit. Well, more than 2/3 of the unit. Look at all the bodies. As the wall went down, the men went down with it. Over here, that wall is going down as well. So I don't think Captain Timmy noticed because he was maybe busy looking at that side. Or he was busy killing my units over there. But yeah, he did lose a unit there. And then over here as well, he's trying to get his men off the wall. Not going to get off in time though. I'm not sure. As you can see, he's struggling to get his men off. They're getting stuck. Oh my god. He just lost so many units there. That is actually crazy. Look at this. So he had like 3 units maybe, and if you look at them, you'll see how much damage those walls falling down did. So this unit of Oathsworn is down to 3 men. And remember, I haven't shot or done anything like that, so all the men that died purely to the walls collapsing. This unit of Gallic Hunters is down to 24. Let's see, Oathsworn, they're at 100. Oathsworn at 99. Oathsworn at 120. Oh, these Oathsworn at 70. So yeah, he lost a lot of units as the walls went down. He did realize after the first one, and he tried to get his remaining troops off the wall, but it was a bit too late at that point. Over on this side, we have my Silver Shield Swordsman pushing in, as well as over here. If we go and have a look here, yeah, so I did finally realize that my men were being just butchered, and I sent them in, but the unit barely had anyone left over there. Now, over on this side, the reason we haven't focused much over here, and we'll slow it down, is because, so Captain Tim, his idea, or his whole plan for this was basically just to deny me entry at the walls, stop me completely, basically kill my entire army outside the walls, and then focus back over on my ally, Northamer. But he does have some units, so as you can see, he's got a couple of units of Oathsworn warriors to hold the narrow choke points. So, as you can see by this theater, there's a very small choke point in the street there, as well as another one over here. And so he's planning on holding at these areas and the main street as well. So just a couple units to hold on this side, and while he holds the entire army back with these 3 units over there, he can focus on killing off my army this side and then send over his remaining troops to help on the other side. Now, if you look outside the walls, you can see how much of damage both his towers as well as his archers and stuff did to me. It's just covered in bodies. Look at that. Every single tortoise has just a trail of bodies leading up to it, reaching the walls. Even over here, the amount of men that just perished. Half these men didn't even make it to the fight, they just died beforehand. Another trail of bodies over here, and this unit is also being decimated while still trying to push up that siege equipment. I'm gonna go back to normal speed and have a look. So we did push up the units that pushed the tortoises up. So we have some silver shield swordsmen over there. We have some more silver shield swordsmen over here. And I think, yeah, we have a small unit, but it's not really a lot. Most of the unit honestly just died outside the walls. Like, I was panicking in the match. I was like, oh god, are we gonna lose this? Like, am I just gonna get obliterated before even making entry? Because, yeah, I lost. Like, most of my infantry was pushing siege equipment, and I lost like half of them before even getting into the fight. I lost so many units just trying to push my siege equipment up to the walls. Over on this side, yeah, so the Syrian heavy archers, but I was trying to get them on the wall through the siege towers, but I just couldn't get them. I tried and they just would not go up there. Try to get them to shoot, they weren't willing to shoot, so that's why you only see dead bodies on my men. So instead, I was like, okay, whatever, let's see if I can just push them in and try capture this if he's not paying attention. But Captain Timmy was paying attention because he is the king of micromanagement. And yeah, he's setting up his, what are these, Oathsworn? Spear Nobles, sending up Spear Nobles to butcher them. Over on this side, I have a couple units, so that was the units that came down off the walls over here. And so, yeah, as you can see, Silver Shield Swordsman, and we're pushing them up over here to try and do some damage to these Oathsworn warriors. Over on this side, as you can see, so Norsimer has engaged with Captain Timmy. We have the Cimmeria Noble Infantry, and they look really cool, really nice cloaks. Pretty scary shields as well. So yeah, we have the Cimmeria Noble Infantry. They are pushing up against and fighting against the Oathsworn, which are trying to hold a line. And yeah, so Tim has like, what, 4 units, I think? 4 or 5 units of Oathsworn here. Yeah. And so they're just holding this narrow choke point. They don't want to let any of the Noble Infantry from Cimmeria pass. And as you can see, Norsi is just trying to get through with sheer numbers. He's blobbing up a lot, but he is trying his best. And he did get a couple Cimmeria Noble Infantry around the side. So yeah, Tim is just playing the holding game here. He's just trying to slow these guys down enough for the rest of his troops to catch up. So he was holding here rather than here, and that kind of made an issue because Norsi was kind of able to push around with his noble infantry, but then Tim brought up his reinforcements. He's got some spear nobles, so he's using them to try and plug the gap over here. And he also has some more spear nobles to hold the main streets, because he does have his ballista. Yeah, he's got his scorpion, sorry, his Celtic scorpion over there, and they also racking up a good couple of kills. Over on this side, yeah, so I'm charging in new units, got some shield bearers. It's a much healthier unit of 80. They're pushing up into these Oathsworn warriors. Another unit of shield bearers, 110 men. Took some damage, but yeah, charging them in, getting them into melee combat as quickly as possible. I also have all my Syrian heavy archers. They're just outside the walls, trying to shoot in and do some damage. And now the elephants are also getting activated. So as you can see, we're sending in the Indian war elephants over there, some more Indian war elephants over there, sending in the Indian armored elephants through one of those breaches. What about the chariots? No, the chariots are still holding back for now. Yeah, the elephants, they are getting a little bit stuck on the tortoises, but they're managing to make it in. And yeah, we're pushing them in along with our pikes, so we're trying to, get the elephants to break the lines, get the pikes to finish off the infantry. But yeah, these Indian war elephants, they have engaged. Not a great charge coming through the wall there, unfortunately, but it's alright. Then we have the other unit of Indian war elephants over here. And where is the armored elephants? Okay, they haven't engaged just yet, but they are getting shot at by the tower, which is something to be pretty concerned about. Oh, there we go. There's the Syrian, the mercenary Syrian armored elephants. And yeah, they're trying their best, but Captain Timmy is just focusing them down. with every single throwable and every single ranged unit he has. So the unit is already down, yeah. They're down to 10 out of 18. They're out of control at the moment. Kills-wise, they have 70 kills, so they are doing some damage, but he's got like 6 units of infantry here, and they're all throwing their javelins and their spears. Look at that. Look at that elephant. He just got peppered in the side. Over here, oh, these elephants are standing still and they're also getting shot. Oh my god. Half the elephant unit just died. They're down to 6 elephants left. They only have 38 kills as well. And he's just shooting them down with all his Gallic hunters. Yeah, okay, the elephants got completely annihilated over here. These elephants are still pretty healthy, 16 out of 18. They have nearly 100 kills, but now the relentless archer fire is coming in. And yeah, as you can see, that's not going very well for me. Yep, there we go. That unit has broken. They're down to 6 men. Only had 100 kills. They would have done a lot better, but unfortunately that happened. Over on this side, the Indian armored elephants, they're pretty full, are they? Yeah, they're still full. They have 40 kills and they haven't lost any men yet, which is great to see. We are also sending up the chariots finally. So, yeah, as you can see, the Scythed chariots are moving up. But trying to get them into the settlement was actually kind of hard. We tried to send them through the gatehouse first, but yeah, that was not a good idea. We still have the archers out here, the Syrian heavy archers, shooting over the walls, providing some fire support. The elephants here, the mercenary Syrian elephants, did rally. They're up to 70 kills, but yeah, you know you need to get a lot more out of your elephants to make it worthwhile. And unfortunately, we are just not doing that. Tim has all his Gallic hunters and he's using them really wisely to kill the elephants. He's got a unit for Oathspawn here, just to tie the elephants down while he shoots them. This unit's up to 50 kills. And now they're just starting to lose men, as you can see. As the archers are all set up. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. And you can see all the elephants going down here. I think that's the end of this unit, actually. Yeah, they have 1 elephant left. And he's running amok. So Captain Tim had no problem dealing with all my elephants. So now here comes the chariots. They are trying to push in, but they're getting stuck. And it was really hard. I was trying to order them through, but they were getting very stuck. This unit's lost about half, but it's got 125 kills. This one only has 40 kills. This unit, they've lost a couple. They only have 20 kills, so that's not good. And this unit, okay, so this unit is full, but yeah, this is the one that we sent through here. And the gatehouse with oil marks like half this unit, which, yeah, I should have thought about that. It's the same thing in Attila. But there we go. We're using these chariots, trying to do as much damage as we can with them, because we really need to do more damage. Over here, the Gallic hunters are just shooting down the chariots. They had 150 kills, but there's only 1 chariot left, and he's about to go down as well. Yeah, over here, the chariots again, they're getting stuck. How many kills is he? He's at 160, so this one is doing a lot better. 170, 180, 100 and nearly 190 kills. So that one did a lot better. It did actually got some kills in, but unfortunately they are losing a lot of men. This unit made it through, but they only have 3 chariots I can see left. But we are going to try and disrupt his lines over there. The reason we haven't focused too much on this side is, as you can see, it's just been a grinding marsh pit over here. So these units of Oathspawn were actually able to hold off Cimmeria's noble infantry. I assume they probably had maybe some range support, but over here, yeah, okay, over here there's a lot more. They're still fighting though. These Oathspawn warriors are all doing really well. Good kills, they're still holding the line. And the noble warriors are trying to push through. They still haven't broken through on this side either. There's a unit of 34 spear nobles holding them back. On this side, so the artillery, the Celtic Scorpions or whatever they're called, have been taken out. We have the Oathspawn again trying to hold back Cimmeria, but Cimmeria is slowly pushing through. They have the troops. And while Tim's idea here was good, he unfortunately lost too much. He lost like maybe 3 whole units on the walls. If he still had those, he probably would have been able to kill me a lot quicker and actually send his remaining troops over to the other side. Now my cavalry has been activated and sent in. As you can see, the Azat Knights are here. They're running down these small remaining units. We also have a unit of chariots left, and on this side we have 2 units of Hellenic cataphracts, and these guys are being sent over to actually, as you can see, they're being set up over here, and then they're going to rear charge all these Old Sworn. So the Old Sworn are holding pretty well, but once this happens, unfortunately, yeah, you can see what's going to happen. He did try to get a bit of a counter charge going, but good charge over there. So the cataphracts got a nice charge over there, and another nice rear charge over here into the back of these Old Sworn warriors. And this is probably going to be what breaks the Old Sworn warriors, unfortunately, because, yeah, as you can see, they're trying to chase, but then they're just going to get charged to the side by this other unit of cataphracts from me. Okay, that was not a very good charge at all. Never mind, that was a poor charge. We are putting this unit back to try to get another much better charge. We're going to slow this down again just to show everyone what's happening. So there's a unit of chariots that were routing but came back under control. I didn't notice yet. These are the reserves that Timmy has after fighting me. Unfortunately, yeah, he would have had like 3 more full units of Old Sworn, but he did lose quite a lot on those walls. And also, even though my attack wasn't the greatest with how my elephants all were slaughtered and my chariots got stuck and half my men died outside the walls, we did still do some damage inside over here. As you can see by all these dead Old Sworn, and the entire battlefield just littered with bodies. Especially over here, look at this. It's dead elephants, dead men, lots and lots of broken down chariots. And yeah, just the remnants are pushing through now. There you go. The chariots, they are trying... Yeah, I did try to get some kills, more kills with the chariots. They had 220 kills. So these chariots are actually not doing too bad. They're actually paying off their price, kind of. We have these Azat Knights extra, but I'm going to go back to normal speed, and yeah, I'm going to continue our cycle charges over here. We're cycle charging with both units. With this one, as you can see, we're running them back and forth between this unit of Old Sworn and rear charging these other Old Sworn in the back. And unfortunately, as you can see, now the Old Sworn are collapsing with the repeated charges into their rear. Yeah. And this cataphract unit is up to 60 kills. The other one is only at 12? What? Okay, never mind. They're only at 12 kills apparently, and they're taking damage from the tower. Oh wait, this is held by Cimmeria actually, so we should not be getting shot at. Oh, this tower is still shooting at us. Lovely. Yeah, the towers, they did so much of damage. I think these cataphracts are kind of stuck. This one is getting a nice rear charge in though. Okay, that was... They kind of stopped right at the end there, but yeah, we are still trying to do some charges over there into the back of these Old Sworn. But yeah, with the cav support, Norsima was able to break through these very bloody choke points. Just have a look at all the bodies. And he's going to start pushing up his nobles to get over to the town center. We have one unit of Old Sworn left on this side to try and hold. And on this side, it's just the remnants that are left over, which I am trying to kill off using my chariot, which are 220 kills, as well as with these Azat Knights that are also rear charging in. The other unit of Knights is over here with 120 kills, trying to get off as many charges as they can. Look at that, that's a pretty great charge right there. They're only at 14 melee though, I think. Chariot is still running around, trying to do what he can. And he's still picking up some more kills. He's got another like 15 kills since we last saw him. These knights are nearly up to 100. Some more knights over here, past 120 actually. And we are sent, yeah, we've sent our few remaining units up to actually capture the town center. So we have like a few archers and one half full pike unit and one very dead pike unit. He was sending the Old Sworn up to deal with Norsima, but then when he saw his point getting captured, he obviously sent them back here. They got off a pretty good volley with their throwables, and this is only an archer unit, it's not going to survive much longer. But we are trying to shoot him in the side with this other unit of archers while sending our pikes over to hold him in melee. Over on this side, yeah, he's trying to get over to the town center, but we're just leaving our knights in melee to slow him down. 130 kills on that unit. This unit is also breaking, but they have 100 kills at least. popping abilities over here, trying to rally his men, stop them from breaking and leaving. I'm gonna send the Hellenic cataphracts over, but yeah, these cataphracts are basically dead. They lost so many units. We have our general finally coming in. We probably should have captured this tower because now our general is being shot at, and those towers are doing a lot of damage. Okay, yeah, the old spawn killed them, but now they're going up against the pipes. And he was gonna charge them, but then yeah, he just ran away. I mean, smart not to charge the pipes. And they're getting shot in the side by the towers. Yeah, there we go. He's charging the old spawn, trying to stop this onslaught of Cimmerian noble infantry. My forces are basically completely dead. We only have the general and these like 2 infantry units left. And yeah, over on Nosima's side, he's got a much healthier army with tons and tons of noble infantry still alive and pushing up now over to this town center. If we have a look at the battlefield, you can see how much of death and destruction there was. This field is just littered with bodies, both Arverni and Cimmerian. You can kind of see the orange from the noble infantry, and then the more multicolored from the Otsuan warriors. Still a small group of them actually fighting over here, but yeah, I'm gonna go back over to this. And yeah, these Otsuan are basically the last units, trying their best, but they're losing against overwhelming odds. Still picked up nearly 80 kills though, so not bad. What are these? Archers, yeah, he sent over their reinforcements that he had. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and my general is now getting in on the action, getting in some rear charges on these remaining Otsuan warriors. And as you can see by the battle timer, we only have about 30 seconds left before the end of this match. So it was obviously a very unfair match because it was 80 units against 40 because we were playing large armies in a 2v1. But the defender did his best. He did lose like 3 units, unfortunately, to those walls once again. But he also did kill quite a lot of my army, as you can see, that are just littering the battlefield. That didn't even make it into the city. They just died outside. And yeah, I don't know what happened with that wall there. But yeah, that is the end of the replay. Let's go over here and have a look at the stats. So it's a very big victory for us. As you can see, I deployed 3,400 men. I lost basically my entire army. 3,200 losses, and I had 1,800 kills basically. Elephants were not worth it. 60, 38, 108 kills is the best we had. Unfortunately, Captain Timmy focused them down with Archer Fire, which was obviously a very smart play by him, and he ended up making them, well, have very short lives on the battlefield. The Azat Knights both had over 100 kills, did okay. The Hellenic Cataphracts kind of disappointing, but didn't really get good charges. The Chariots, 1 unit did terrible, 1 unit did, I mean, it's 100 kills, but you expect more from a chariot unit. This one had 150, and this 1 unit here was the only one that had decent kills with about 250 kills over there. The archers, none of my archers did good. As you can see, 70, 31, yeah, no good kills on the archers. The shield bearers, which were my spearmen, they're all pretty much, as you can see, basically none of my army in terms of my basic infantry and stuff had good kills because Tim focused them down and basically wiped them all out before they ever got into melee combat. If we have a look at Nosima's kills, he had 70 on the Onager. His citizen cavalry got wiped out. His archers didn't do too bad actually. Some decent kills there. His noble infantry as well, they all had scattered kills here and there. As with Tim, if we have a look, his Scorpion, not too bad. His archers didn't do too bad either. Some of them have lower kills on his hunters, but you have to remember that that does include killing a whole bunch of chariots as well as war elephants. So 9 kills, but if that's 9 elephants is, still pretty decent. And all his infantry did do pretty well except for the units that were wiped out early. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any suggestions for me covering future Rome 2, Attila, or any Total War replays, leave them down below in the comment section. Let me know how I can improve. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.